This is going to sound crazy, but I'm seeing a group of people stealing passwords to your brain. I did a reading earlier this week talking about the S222. Seems like the name of a ship, right? I'm seeing all of these people coming in on a big industrial ship, the ones that cross the ocean, with all of these people on it. Now, this could be a past life. I'm seeing something about war. I'm seeing something about goods, like traveling to be delivered across the ocean. But this is a spiritual example. I'm seeing a group of people coming over on the S222. Reference this reading to get more information about what we found there. I'm seeing these people coming and doing this mass takeover. Somebody could be from Massachusetts because I said mass takeover of your own mind. I'm seeing them putting in these different codes, like one to your garage, one to your apartment complex, one to the safe in your house, one to your computer, wherever we have passwords. I'm seeing them putting in these different passwords, and then once they get into this room of your brain, this is not to induce paranoia. You'll already know about this. This is an analogy, a spiritual one at that, explaining, showing that there were people that have directly drained information from your crown chakra with this purple energy here. I've had experiences before where I've found it very, very hard to think anymore. And, I got a lot of Mercury, guys. Thinking's like my thing. I've always just been somebody that sits and thinks. And I'm talking about like for hours. Like I come up with ideas, I write songs, I write poetry, I do research. Most of my life is me doing research on whatever topic I'm interested in that day. Right? So I've had moments of my life where it also can contribute to, people experience these sorts of like brain fog and stuff after they get out of abusive relationships. And I've taken all of that into account as well. But this is years after some of the bigger events that have happened to me where I found it super hard to think. This is my point. I would go into deep meditation and I would see these beings feasting on my brain, on my crown chakra, with like blood just dripping down as they were sucking the life out of my brain, but specifically crown chakra. Because that's where all the juiciest ideas are. Because I'm talking to high priestesses that you receive ideas directly from the divine. I'm also seeing the star card. So you could be a healer. How you can get yourself in situations like this is you may be somebody that helps to heal other people. Now, those people that need help sometimes have entity attachments, and sometimes those entities will latch on to you. That's some of the way that this can happen to us. So we've got to make sure we clear our energy. I have this peach moonstone here with us this week. I almost said Thoth for some reason. So somebody could use like the Thoth system. I'm not quite familiar with it. I'd like to look more into it myself, but that could be you. You could be a reader. It doesn't have to be that. But there's something coming through here about highly spiritual people, that a group of people have come. This is for comfort, is what I was going to say. It's peach moonstone is to help us come into a state of comfort and nurture. This also will help to feed nutrients back into your brain and into your crown chakra, are the words that I'm getting. But I'm seeing a group of people coming in on a ship, the S222, to be exact, in the color pink. So this could come in the form of somebody that likes pink, and to me, pink is like super girly. Like this could be somebody that's like hyper femme, or they're like super outgoing, or just somebody you wouldn't expect could have been the one that went in. This could also be like a siren energy. It doesn't have to be. I'm just seeing somebody that you wouldn't expect being the main person to come in And you could have even given this person your codes. Like if this is your sister, for example, and all of the information on that is in my S222 reading where we talk about that. But I saw this image of two sisters and they were very close. And one sister was jealous of the other one, even though she got all the attention. She thought the other sister was weird, but actually was secretly jealous of the sister for being weird because the other sister was so different and interesting. And the other sister still got attention, even though this sister was siphoning her energy. So this other sister, who was like the typical one that would normally get all the attention and all the guys and, you know, whatever, just the typical like girly whatever. That's just an example, guys. The person that got everything that you would think you would want in this person's brain, it was still never enough. They were using your own energy to make themselves appealing, attractive, successful. I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles. And it was still not enough because you were just your weird, normal, wacky self. And this person was still jealous of you, even after stealing your own energy. Like I said, you could have given this person, metaphorically speaking, the code to your apartment, the code to your garage, the key to your house, comes and takes care of the cat while you're on vacation. This is somebody close. I'm wearing my first iteration of the Metamystic Show, this shirt. With the New York City skyline in the background. This is an example for me of this phenomenon that I'm talking about today happened with this iteration of the show. When I first started doing the show, not only like a few episodes in did my brother actually pass away, but I felt like I was expressing my story and myself like I never had before. And then I'm not going to give the full details because to protect my privacy, but I got involved with certain people that became energy vampires to me, stole my energy, and I could no longer like function or work on the show in the way I'm wanting to. So now, like a few years later, I'm finally starting to get back fully to myself again. I figured out who these people were, and I want to help with this reading for you to do the same. And they might not be people that you expected, right? So let's see what other codes we can gather in this reading. We got the S222 coming through. In the last one, we do have Saturn retrograde. Speaking of Saturn, we're going to use the metaphor deck that I created with all of these different metaphors. And we're also going to use my metaMORPHOSIS deck. So all sorts of interesting things, including numbers, shapes, seasons, the houses, etc. So let's get our first row of cards, and then we'll clarify with tarot. Let's just let through whatever needs to come through, whatever codes we need to know here. Let it be clear, crystal clear, crystalline energy like the angels work with today. We're welcoming that in. We're welcoming Metatron through, Sandalphon, Raphael, Uriel. Anybody else want to come? I'm seeing Michael. Yeah, Raphael is really coming through strongly. Raphael wants to offer you healing for what you've been through. I'm hearing for harm suffered. So there's something happening with a spiritual court case that you're going to be awarded back not only all of the energy that was stolen from you, but you're also going to be awarded for the harm suffered, everything you went through while this was happening. So just keep that in mind. This is spiritual, of course, but this can also translate into the 3D in certain cases. So let's take a look. Hello and welcome back to the Metamystic Show. It's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. This is a collective, timeless reading. I will say, though, with that said, as you're watching this, we just had the new moon in Leo, And we are currently in a Saturn retrograde in Aries, and we are in a Mercury retrograde in Leo. So just some things to think about. We could be thinking back on Saturnian themes. Saturnian themes can also be coming to the surface. And what I mean by that is if people really did you wrong, like they're going to have their day with Saturn retrograde. Like everything is going to turn around on them basically. Now also for all the hard work that you guys have been doing, that's going to come to fruition. You could have felt like, oh, I've been trying so hard to like evolve spiritually and to work on this and to better myself. You're going to start seeing those results with Saturn retrograde. Now, as we're in Mercury retrograde right now, if you're watching this later and this doesn't apply, just skip this part because the rest of this message will be timeless. But if you're feeling things coming up with Mercury retrograde, like things you kind of stopped thinking about for a while, you could have put this on the back burner. You could have been like, I'm so tired of looking into these people and trying to figure out what the hell's happening with me, spiritually speaking. 12th house energy came through on our S22 222 reading. I'm so tired of this that I'm like taking a break. You could have even taken a break from tarot. You could just be like, I'm so done with this. I'm so exhausted from these people, from this situation, from these energies. But Spirit is saying you might start thinking about this again with Mercury retrograde, and they want to let you know. I almost said he wants to let you know. So there could be somebody coming in. I'm seeing the Page of Cups wanting to like apologize for what they've done and stuff. But guys, I'm seeing something like this. Imagine if you are in a true court case. You don't just talk to people without a lawyer. I'm seeing you can talk to my lawyer. I'm seeing somebody say to somebody coming in, you can talk to my lawyer. You can't talk directly to me. This person could have had open access to you. I'm hearing easy access. This person could have had open access to you in the past. They thought you were so nice and gullible and stuff. And now you're like, you can talk to my lawyer. So I'm seeing something about the 10 of Swords here. So, all right, ready? We're going to get our 3 cards and see what Spirit wants us to see. We have Star at the bottom of the deck. We had Aquarius energy coming through in our S22 222 reading. I keep wanting to say 22, so there could be something with the number 22. But see how these look mirrored? S's and 2s kind of look similar, don't they? Isn't that weird? I also think of 5s as 2s as well. But I'm seeing something about 22. Something could have happened in 2022 or when you were 22 years old. But anyways, this star energy, I'm seeing it coming through as Aquarius. We had Uranus and we had Aquarius coming through in that other reading. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, you could be an Aquarius, or it could just be the time that we're in, right? But this card says aspiration, guidance, perfection, hope, inspiration, dreams, navigating one's path. This is like the star card, but it's the shape of the star. It's also reminding me of like a pentagram on the Ace of Pentacles. Like this could be regarding money, guys. This can be regarding you being a star. This can be regarding, like, I'm just seeing you being up here, like in this star position, and all of these people bowing down to you. I'm seeing you as like an Egyptian deity from a past life. It could be that these people are starting to see who you are. Like it's revealed who you really are. God, universe hid who you really were to see what great lengths these people would go through. I'm just hearing that song, Such Great Heights, to see what these people would go through. You could be a musician. People could have tried to steal your music, siphon your energy. Like you could feel that there's like somebody that's super famous that like stole a song from you, or they like stole your energy. And they were only able to produce what they were able to produce because they were siphoning your energy. Just as an example, guys, it's stuff like that, all that's being exposed. It's like you're getting the codes back to your own brain, to your own mind. I'm seeing it as this group, this big group on the S222, they came in and I'm seeing them breaking into your mind and stealing all this stuff from you. And then you were left like a vegetable. I'm not saying you're a vegetable. I'm saying I've experienced this weird sort of spiritual narcolepsy before where I literally, it's like I couldn't access my guides. I felt like my gifts were like choppy. And since I was a child, I have been prophetic. I prophesied that we would live at 65. My first house was 65, and I went around the house saying 65, 65, 65. My mom said it was my favorite number when I was like 3, 4 years old, and then we moved into 65. So I'm just saying, you could be somebody who, you know yourself, you know your mind, you know your gifts, you know your guides, you connect, and then all of a sudden you could have been like, why don't I feel like I have access to my own brain, to my own memories, to my own energy? I feel like the blood has poured out of my body. I feel like all my energy's been siphoned, right? And it doesn't have to be that extreme for everybody, but that's the fullness of this message. 1, 2, and 3. And then we will get from the metaphor deck as well as from the tarot. Card number 1. We have September in the reverse. That's weird. Let me just look at this for a second. We'll look into this further, but September, take it at face value, first of all. September is the month of September, but it's in the reverse. So it's either, and we'll look into it further, but it's either that somebody is born here in September. There's something about the number 9 here. There's also something about like the autumn time. It says autumn approaches, harvest, transition from heat of summer to cooler months. Like, let me give this as an example. I'm somebody who loves the fall. Fall is my favorite season. I typically get most inspired in the fall, and I always have. Now, just me as a reader is making me think of this example for you. You don't have to be the same way, but it could be something like this, where I get most inspired in the fall. I don't know what it is about it. It's like the coziness, the leaves. I live in Connecticut, so like every year I look so forward to the beautiful foliage. There's something about it that just soothes my soul in a way where I become creative. I have all these ideas. It's just like the best time of year for me. I'm seeing something like that where right at the crux of that moment of like creation, it's kind of like somebody like cock blocking you or something. It's like right when you're about to fucking climax, somebody comes in and like smacks you and like ruins it. Like that's the equivalent of, I mean, that could be literal for some of you. Somebody could have like stepped in between you and somebody. Because I don't know why I said it like that. Probably because I have a Venus in Leo and a Mercury in Leo. And we have Mercury retrograde in Leo. So I'm talking crazy. But anyways. But it's something like that where maybe it's not fall for you, but it's something like that where right at the height of something, it's like somebody comes in and just steals all of that juiciness away from you. I'm seeing like a juicy peach. Like maybe it's summer for you. Somebody could be from Georgia. I'm hearing Georgia. Your name could be Georgia. It doesn't have to be obviously for everybody because no, it's not going to be a whole room of Georgias, but I'm just saying. So there's something like that. Let's just keep going and we will, again, sexual energy is coming through when I'm saying that. It's like, like there's something about like I'm seeing somebody like interrupting 2 people sleeping together, and it's like somebody's calling this person a bunch of times and blowing up their phone, distracting them, coming into the house. And then I'm seeing somebody else just be like, let's just keep going, like just ignore it. But it's like this other person, which I think is you. It's like you can't focus on the sex or you can't focus on like the project. It's sacral chakra energy, guys. I'm really getting something specifically about 9. There's some sort of really, really weird and incriminating information coming out regarding this love triangle thing, specifically with the 3 of Cups and the triangle in the reverse with they're a pig, and there's something about a family member. Now in my S2222 read, why can't I say that? It's like every time I try to reference it, it's like my brain is gone again. Like the password to my brain is gone. Also, this is a group effort. here regarding that topic, but this topic, the they're a pig and the love triangle, in this reading, the S222, I had this analogy of a NAS system, which basically, in short, is like a big hard drive where you can keep all of the big files and videos and pictures that you've ever had on your computer, and your family can use it too. And it's basically like you have your own cloud at your house. So I'm seeing that coming through again here, where this is like old stuff, guys. There's something about love triangles and third parties and weird family secrets coming through here. I also saw this sequence of numbers as well. September is 9, then we have 111, and then we have 3 with the 3 of cups and the triangle in the reverse with the hanged man looking at something from a different perspective, looking at like betrayals from your past. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles too, looking over the information from a different perspective. There's something about parallels, like understanding parallels. Like, say, for example, you were in some sort of a messed up like cheating situation or something like that. Now, if we look at the parallel, if we look at that same situation from a different perspective, on a parallel path, that same exact thing could have happened, but in your younger years. Maybe it wasn't a third party love triangle thing, but maybe there was like a big fight between you and your sibling, or something happened, like, that's my friend, like, just something weird. Look, this fell off and it came out in the reverse. There's something weird about parallels where you're going to start to see your past differently. I'm seeing something about this group having access to these codes to your mind for a very long time. The cards are just confirming. I was just going to say that since you were younger, so that you couldn't put 2 and 2 together. It's like I'm seeing spirit taking this veil off of your eyes, and suddenly you can see all the parallels. You can see how everything fits together, how it's an exact mirror of a different situation. I'm seeing something also, it's kind of like that Claritin commercial. I don't know if they still play it, but years ago, it's like the whole screen would be all blurry, and then they would take the Claritin and everything would be perfectly like HD quality of them like walking through the field, and it was like perfectly bright colors, and everything was happy again, right? I'm seeing something like that happening. You're getting a different perspective. It's like you're being enlightened to things you couldn't see before. But I'm also seeing this as the 9 September, 111, and then 3 for the love triangle thing. And also triangles have 3 points. It looks like a date, doesn't it? Look at this. 9 September 11th, 2013, possibly. Also, 911, at least in America, is to call the police. So this is like an emergency. Could be something about 2013. Could literally be September 11th, 2013. Now, as we know, the 9/11 disaster as well in New York City, which is known as 9/11 historically now. But let's get some tarot. Just open up to the 9 of Pentacles. Remember I said that earlier? Yeah, the last thing they want is for you to have your independence. They want you to be part of a group mentality where you don't have access to your own codes, to your own light, and to your own energy. Yeah, see, this is like that German lady. Again, if you're German, I'm sorry, guys. It's not about being German. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It could be anybody. It's a strict energy. It's like a mean lady commanding people to do certain tasks. Like, this is the headmaster. This person's the headmaster. See, you could have like walked away from a system that this lady was running, and now she has eyes on you because she can't technically legally like stop you with the Nine of Pentacles. Like there's nothing that they can actually do to like capture you or stop you like legally, like in the real world. So I feel like for a lot of us here, this is all just happening in the astral. All right, let's clarify these. And it could feel like overwhelming to the mind, to the crown chakra. There could be like I said before, flies buzzing around your head. This is just confirmation of that energy. September in the reverse, like talking to a brick wall. 111. Cut me some slack. Triangle in the reverse, and they're a pig. Three of Cups again, guys, just confirming. Somebody could have a child that was born in 2013. That could just be for somebody. 1, 2, and 3. We have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. There's something about this plan has to do with that no one, like you wouldn't have help. I'm seeing them, whoever this energy is, wanting you to come to them for help. So when you need help, it's like there wouldn't be help. Or if you felt alone in the world, there wouldn't be like somebody to come in and like console you. It's like they want to be, I'm hearing the sole proprietor. This person wants to have access, I'm hearing, over your finances and your emotional space. That's what I'm channeling. So I don't know who this Queen of Swords is for you. You'll know. You'll know. But again, it's complicated, guys, because the triangle thing and the Three of Cups, this is like a group, but I feel like there's like a ringleader. September in the reverse and like talking to a brick wall, we have the Seven of Cups. This is gaslighting, the train in the background as I'm saying this, which is karma. I'm also seeing it feeling like you've come up against a brick wall and there are no other options. This person or energy, whatever group, they want you to feel like you don't have any other option other than to come to them. Like I was just saying here, it's like you don't have any other options. You're up against a brick wall. I'm seeing that too. Like you could feel like talking to this person's like talking to a brick wall, or they could be saying that about you. Like you're so stubborn. You won't listen. You won't do what I want you to do. You won't come under my control and my reign. I'm hearing you won't come under my regime again. I'm hearing that. We have the Seven of Cups here. This is showing you have so many options, you guys, but they wanted to convince you that you had none. That's part of this illusion with the Seven of Cups, is that you don't have any other options in life in general, but you have so many options. It's innumerable how many options you have. Clarifying 111 and cut me some slack. We have the Knight of Swords. For some of you, I'm hearing something. I'm not a doctor. Let's just bring out TW. I'm hearing something about an anxiety disorder. Honk honk. I'm diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, just, so that we're not alone in the room if you also are. I'm hearing something about an anxiety disorder, though. And it surrounds this, and I'm not saying this is the sole reason that you have anxiety, because, some of this stuff, like I said, like I started off with, this is ancestral, this stuff gets passed down the line and everything, but I'm seeing specifically on this one point here. Remember how I was talking about the cut me some slack, how you feel like you're on like a short rope, a short chain. I'm seeing the devil card with the chains. I keep seeing the devil again and again. It's like you're cut me some slack, and the Knight of Swords is the most pushy knight. It's the most pressurized energy. It's very persistent. It's nonstop. It's like against the horse's will, like the horse is being forced to do something. I'm seeing you saying, like, "Can you cut me a little slack? Can you give me a little room?" Like, this person could be pushy or their energy is pushy and demanding, like, you have to do it, like, it's their way or the highway, I'm getting. This can be anybody. This could be a romantic partner, whoever this is for you. It's both for me. It's family and, it's friends as well. Like, I've experienced this in all shapes and forms, and I'm sure some of you guys have too. But specifically, it's this energy of feeling cornered and trapped, and there's like 1,000 thoughts moving, or there's just a lot of energy pressing up against you, and you're like, "Can you give me some freaking space, dude? Can you give me some room?" I'm seeing that. It's like, and then this person standing and watching while you're blowing up, and they're just like, "Can you calm down?" It's reactive abuse. They wanna make you look crazy. That goes back to my Herman reading where I'm wearing the beard and I'm talking about I cracked the code. We're talking about codes this week. This has to do all the way back with that reading. So it's kind of a continuation this week of the codes. But this is part of that. It's like, not only is it making it impossible for you to think your own thoughts and use your own brain and your mind with the 111, which is a card of manifestation. It's like it's blocking you. It's this energy just seeks to block you and corner you so that not only can you not do the things that you want to do, but it makes you look like frazzled or crazy or like you're acting. It's like, imagine somebody, they keep pushing you, pushing you, pushing you, pushing you, pushing you, and you're just like, "Can you get the fuck away from me?" And you like blow up, and this person's like, "Wow." You know what I'm saying, guys? And or they're just like, they play the victim, like, "Cut me some slack. I was just asking." It's something like that where it makes you look bad. This person wants to make you look bad. That's part of it. That's part of what they like about this. They want to push you to the edge and then have a group there to watch you have like a breakdown. And then I'm seeing this person siphoning your energy and drinking it like an elixir, and their face is just like shining. Like, they look amazing. They look like they just went for a procedure or something, and you're literally drained to shit. You have nothing left, and this person's just like shining like the sun with your energy from them pushing you to the freaking brink. So, yeah. All right. Clarifying triangle in the reverse with "they're a pig." We have the 8 of Wands. I'm going to have to clarify this. But again, it's more of this energy. And look at this energy together, guys. This is not good energy. This is like, especially these two together, the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Wands, this is like words, gaslighting people, saying things with the Knight of Swords that are pressuring you, that are saying things that are like not true. They could even be like spreading lies, spreading gossip, spreading illusions. With the 8 of Wands, to me, can be like sending magic, sending energy. They could be sending confusion spells. They could be sending like a lot of energy through their words. They could be speaking incantations. They could be like, praying or praying in tongues on your downfall. That's specific. But I know some people do that towards me for sure. They spend like concentrated periods of time with me in mind as they pray in tongues. I know they do that. And that's made me feel like I was moving into the freaking brink of insanity, trigger warning, because I feel all this energy coming at me, coming at me, coming at me, coming at me. And it causes this weird haze. See the cloud? Now, of course, it's not that for everybody. You don't have religious parents like I do, everybody here. But I'm saying it's something like that, where maybe they're talking to a lot of people about you all the time. Maybe they're sending magic. Maybe they're speaking spells. It's something with like potions, spells, incantations. This could even be like past life. But with the Knight of Swords, this is pushy. This is pressure, and it's consistent, right? I'm hearing consistent and persistent. Can we ask about this 8 of Wands specifically is what I'm most drawn to. We have the Ace of Swords. Guys, the truth is coming out on this. Also, I'm curious about the 2013, the September 11th, 2013, if that's a thing. I mean, that could literally be a birthday, but that'd be somebody young, right? If they were born in 2013. Again, this could be like your child, that is, or there's something with it as an actual date, but it doesn't have to be for everybody. There could also be something about 2013, but let's start here. Tell us about the Eight of Wands, please. What does this mean with they're a pig and like the love triangle and all that? Queen of Cups. I was just thinking of her in my head. Look, we have people here. King of Pentacles. And yep, there's the Magician with the 111. I feel like this Queen of Cups. Okay, this is how I'm seeing it. This is you with the King of Pentacles, male, female, non-binary, however you identify, trying to manifest something with the 111, right? And then this person, whoever they may be, they're actually a Queen of Swords, like we saw earlier, but they're showing themselves as a Queen of Cups. They're like, what are you talking about? Gaslighting, what do you mean? I'm none of those things. I'm an amazing, loving person that would never, never, never spend 5 hours a day doing spell work over your name and looking at your pictures and trying to manifest your downfall. I would never do something like that. I would never gather a group of people together to gossip about you and slander your name. I would never do that. I would never. It's like, for some of you here, they think you're none the wiser. We have another person here. So we have a Queen of Cups, we have a King of Pentacles, and we have a King of Swords. So if that means anything to you, but let's ask a little further. Queen of Cups, tell us more about this. See, it's the Queen of Cups that's coming out as the one doing the Eight of Wands. You know what I'm saying? This Queen of Cups could be the one that there was a love triangle with as well. But it's not that for everyone. Because it's they're a pig, right? Strength card. Someone tried to strong arm you here. For some of you, into silence, like they could be saying, shut your mouth, stop saying that. For some of you, they could be saying, you're a pig. Like they could be saying, you are. I'm hearing the word floozy. Yeah, look. They could be spreading lies, slander, and gossip. You could just be at home, Four of Swords, like watching TV. I'm seeing you like eating noodles in front of the TV. You're eating like Thai food or something and just like hanging out. Seven of Wands here. You could have your defenses up even against like people or something right now, and this person's like spreading all these lies, like you're some sort of a, like, I'm seeing it in a sexual context, guys. Like they're saying things about you. You could be a Leo or have that in your chart. Doesn't have to be. Can I get a little more on this? There's something about strong arming you though, and it's through words. It could even be convincing a group. Yeah, with the moon. Yeah, there's something here about like making you look crazy or making you look like. Okay, I figured it out. So I'm also hearing 911T, like triangle T. The letter T stuck out to me. Somebody's name could start with a T, or this is somebody you're involved with that has a T, or there's just something about T, like the letter T that could be important. T's can also be sevens to me. Didn't I say that earlier? I said I was seeing sevens. So also I'm seeing it as 911, I got tea, like emergency, I got tea. And we have the Knight of Swords twice, which is like an emergency, right? Like I have tea. Now, I'm also seeing this as, and now here's an example. Like in the trans community, we call T is testosterone. Like say that I was FTM and I was on T right now. I'm not, but I know people who are, and yeah, High Priestess. This is just an example, and I'm not trying to trick you guys if you're on T and you're trans. This is an example I'm using. This is the sort of slander that these people are doing. Like they're talking about like, oh, did you hear so and so's on tea? Or like, here's the tea. Like, did you hear? Like, and it's something derogatory, guys. It's something that like is private. Like, say this is a family member that you've like opened up to about that you're going on your journey to start taking tea or something like that, and they're like I'm seeing them gathering a group and I'm guys, if this is actually your story, I apologize. I'm saying it, this is nothing to joke about. I'm saying it's a sensitive topic like that, and this person is taking sensitive information. I'm seeing something about time sensitive, where it's like, you get a time sensitive password where you have like 60 seconds to put in the number, or you have to resend the code. There's something about that with a code where this person, they only have a certain amount of time to gather a group together and gossip about this, something that would be upsetting, that they stole and told your secrets. There's something about secrets here with the High Priestess. They're telling your secrets with the moon. But then they're pretending that they love you, but they're actually using it as a control tactic to keep you in line. I'm seeing this woman or whoever they are being like, they're not going to cross me. They know that I know. And I don't know. It's just so evil, guys. So this is what I'm seeing as well. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups again. For a lot of people here, this is family or close friends. And this is part of a long-term strategy to drain your energy. But I'm seeing this as magic. It's like they talk. They talk to tea. This sends out magic. I'm seeing signals being sent out to you, and you could not even know that this person is talking about you. Your secret information with the moon and the High Priestess that you told them in confidentiality, because this is somebody with the Queen of Cups that you would know, love, and trust. But they're using this secret. It's like a secret strategy. It's a magical strategy that they're using, and it has to do with words. I mean, Mercury is the magician. They're using words as a form of word magic. I'm hearing political word salad. In order to shame, humiliate you. I put out a reading called Humiliation Ritual Backfired. This could also be talking about something like that, where the humiliation ritual, you might not even know about it. And that's what's so gross about this person and what they're doing, is that you could just feel like a sense of shame or embarrassment, kind of like if somebody told a secret that you didn't want told. This person gains power from that, knowing that they're using what you told them in confidentiality to like gossip about it to other people. And they bring it up like, oh, I'm just so concerned about so-and-so. They told me this and they told me that, Queen of Cups, and I'm just this and I'm just that, and I wish, and it's like it's coming through like that. For some of you, they could even come off as sad to this group, or they could come off as saying, I have good news. It's just weird, guys, the way it's coming forward. But what I also saw was, this is the point. The King of Pentacles did come out with the Tower, male, female, non-binary, however you identify. You're somebody that's stable. You're trying to build a life for yourself. Or you already have, right? And it's like you could feel like every single time things are going well, it's like there's a tower here. Now, this is what I'm seeing. That this person prays prayers or says words or incantations or whatever the hell they do. They use words to affect these areas. Your work, your happiness, your sex life specifically, and your love life overall, including like people loving you or helping you or bringing you things or giving you gifts. I'm seeing them specifically targeting those areas of your life. So watch out for that. I would send counter spells out, counter manifestations. I would say things like, Everything that I touch turns to gold with the Eight of Pentacles. Like, my finances are great. King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. My money grows every single day. My life is full of happiness. All of my dreams come true with the Nine of Cups. My sex life is on fire. Like, my sacral chakra energy with the Ace of Wands, because this can be creativity as well. I have ideas all the time. Everything that I involve myself with is full of excitement and passion and joy. I have people all the time that come to my aid, that love me, that want to connect with me. And if you're looking for love, people come barging my door down wanting to date me. Just counter these things. These are not readings to make you feel like you're helpless. This is to expose this bullshit so that we can take our power back, because you're magicians too. And that's why this person's targeting you, because they know with 111 that you are a magician. So that's why they have to go with this weird backhanded thing, steal the codes to your own brain. And that's why I feel like for a lot of people, this is family, or it's like a lover or something that knows you really well, because the mind implies they know your patterning, they know your stories, they know your memories. It's with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands and stuff, it's giving gaslighting, twisting your own thoughts and words against you, saying, oh, that's not how it happened, or you're remembering that wrong, or, typical gaslighting, right? Now, let me just finally ask about this 9/11/13. Like, can you just give us a little bit on that code, on that date, those numbers with T as well? What can you just close on that regarding? We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. They could have been trying to look into something regarding your destiny or your path. Yeah, like where you were headed. Oh, with the Devil and the Ace of Swords and the Three of Wands. Like, you could have growth with this Jupiter energy, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Wands. That's growth. They could have tried to stop your growth back in 2013. That would be 12 years ago. In my reading where we talk the S222, I talked about 12 years. This would be 12 years ago. 2023 is 12 years ago. Can you tell us more about this? They were trying to stop your growth or your destiny. I'm seeing them trying to convince you to go down a different path. We have the Moon. It's like Spirit didn't let them see something. They were trying to do something here. Yeah, look at this. Using magic with the Magician, the Seven of Swords, to hold you back with the Four of Pentacles. What is this? Because I feel like they couldn't see something. They tried to see your future or see down a path that Spirit blocked from them. Like with the Moon, they couldn't see beyond the Moon. They couldn't see through it. We have the Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, they couldn't make a judgment call about where you were headed. Nine of Pentacles. They knew you were headed this way. And look, the 12 with the Hanged Man popping out as I'm saying this. This could be like a 12-year cycle or something, guys. There's something about 12s here. They could have started this when you were 12 years old if this is like a parent. Two of Cups popping out. This can be a partner for some here as well. There's something about people knowing that you won't need them because you're self-sufficient. It also has to do with your money. It also has to do with your spiritual authority, because we have this Falcon here that she's able to talk to her guides. Like, she knows her direction with the Wheel of Fortune. She knows where she's headed. So somebody could have tried to look into your future with the Page of Swords in the reverse, but they weren't able to see it with the Moon. all they knew was that you were growing in a certain direction. Yeah, they were not able to make a proper judgment about like how to thwart this. I'm seeing them shadow boxing in the dark here. With the star, see guys, remember we started off with the star? They know this about you. And here's that Leo and Aquarius energy that came through in the S222 reading. The signs don't have to be your signs, guys, but they could be. But there's something about like sister signs here, like the polarities of Leo and Aquarius, for example. Also, the sun and the star, it's like fame and fortune with the Nine of Pentacles and everything. Like, this person, they've been looking into you for a long time. For some of you, this person is also like spiritually inclined, you know, with the moon and then, you know, just all the spiritual energy. We have a bunch of stuff that we've seen throughout the reading. I just open up to the devil, but they're doing it so they can control you guys. Final word, Spirit. We have the Four of Pentacles. They're saying just take your energy back, call your energy back, block these people from seeing you. Like if this is resonating with you and you know who this person or people are, don't tell them things. Spirit is saying they're monitoring spirits. Like, don't tell them where you're headed. They're trying to figure it out. They could even be doing readings on you or getting readings on you, trying to figure out where you're going, or they could try to figure out like what are your next plans, or you know, they could even casually ask you, so where are you headed, you know, what's your 5-year plan, what's your 10-year plan. Don't tell this person, don't tell these people, guys. They're trying to figure this out. Spirit is saying hold back, withhold, and also call back your energy and hold back your energy. That would be the advice. They want to get you unbalanced again, guys, and relying on them. And for some of you, they want you relying on them because they want all the benefits that come with you with the sun and the star. They want your money. They want your, you know, your attractiveness with the sacral chakra energy, with the Ace of Wands. They want your ideas. They just want what you have. And this can be a group for some. Yeah, Seven of Cups. It's like they want this energy for themselves. They want to harvest it for themselves. And for some of us here, they used to be able to do that until we got away. But technically, they can't really do anything in the physical world because it's going to make them look crazy if they try to like claim you as their property. Maybe they were able to do that in a different life, but they can't do it in this one. So, tough luck. Tough luck. Ooh, I need a little peach moonstone on that. So I love you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful and this was fun this week, getting these codes, looking into this stuff. Remember, you can always listen to The Metamystic Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST, as well as on my YouTube channel at The Metamystic. I love you guys so much, and thank you to those who donate and support the show. Every bit helps. I really appreciate you guys and all the ways that you donate to show your support. And if you're looking to book a personal, you can email me. Info is down below. And I'll see you on the next one.